Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Pundit says, for the love of God, buy and hold XRP. Bit dramatic, but let's get into it. Okay guys, what do I think about this? Well, first and foremost, I'm not here to tell you what to do, right? I'm not here to tell you whether to buy XRP or whether to sell XRP. That's up to you guys. Obviously, I just report on XRP and I tell you what I think. It's up to you guys how you feel after that, to be honest with you. So, first and foremost, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really in the game of telling people what to do. So I'm not really for that if I just give you my honest opinion. But for me, XRP does make sense. I will say that. That's for me personally. But yeah, I'm just not here to tell people what they should do with their money. That's completely their choice. But let's get into why he's saying this, okay? It's not really specifically stated. He's just basically saying that he believes XRP is on the verge of something magnificent about to come. Okay, I mean, we've seen a recent rally with XRP, which has been nice. That's definitely good. I'll be honest, just because I've been a holder of XRP for a long time, this is nice. It's definitely good to see it going in the upwards direction, but to me, we're not in the area of interest for me personally yet. This is nothing for me to really get overly excited about. To me, I'll be getting more excited when we start to breach $1, that kind of figure. So while I'm definitely, I'm happy to see the current price action, I'm not about to get, absolutely emphatic about it because I'm just not quite there yet. But do I believe it's going to happen? Yeah, I do. So obviously that's why, I'm willing to still continue to hold, to wait for, that day to come. But one of the reasons why people think that he may also be saying this is because the potential resolution of the lawsuit. People are basically believing that the resolution of the lawsuit could come as soon as the 31st of July. And so they're thinking that, is this why he's saying that? He thinks that the resolution of the lawsuit will be, the next catalyst that can really shoot XRP price up. So let me get into that and give you my 2 cents. I'm in two minds about this, right? One, we've obviously seen the resolution of the lawsuit from before, when we had the answer and the verdict that XRP is not a security. And I did say this before, we've kind of already had the news that we needed to hear. So is it really going to have that impact? But I will say this, on the other hand, there has been an impact still to Ripple's business off of the back of this lawsuit, right? Because what was deemed securities were the institutional sales, and Ripple catered to institutions, right? ODL and things like that are for institutions. So I do think, to be honest with you, while some people may say, yes, the lawsuit has been resolved, and I do agree with that to a certain degree, it's not fully resolved in terms of institutions and partnerships to continue to be made, right? Because I touched on this a little while back, where I think it was Monica Long who was talking about this, and they said, look, since the resolution of the lawsuit, they have built partnerships, but not as much as they would have hoped. And I think there's still a stigma there, right? I think as for institutions at the moment, if it's, they're still going through the remedies phase to sort out what's going to happen with XRP. And for especially in the United States, because obviously this is where it's occurring, we still don't know if XRP is still going to be able to be used by institutions. It could be deemed that, XRP used by institutions are deemed securities. So that could really hinder their business. And this is part of the reason why they've obviously launched the stablecoin. So if they want to do ODL in the United States, then they can use the stablecoin in replacement of XRP. So I do think the resolution of the lawsuit could help, not even just from, just the news, but also from the factor of institutions, if it is deemed yes, XRP, fine, you can still continue to use it in your business in America, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And it's done, and they just pay, let's just say, a fine. Well, at that point, the institutions can come back now and they can say, okay, we know that you're comfortable now. We know that everything's set. We know that we can use it. So yes, the American companies might be that much more comfortable to start making these business dealings and partnerships in the United States. So that could have a huge impact in terms of driving value, because they might get way more ODL partners, for example, from that. So I do think that this could also have a potential beneficial impact. And then also, I think a lot of people don't understand just the impact of things, like just the optics. Good news is good news. And you can see that a lot with, you know, when you look at the market in general, right? Like, we see news happen all the time about many cryptos, and you get the average retail investor and then you get the experienced retail investor, right? The average retail investor, they panic sell and they FOMO buy, right? They make all the mistakes. The experienced investor does the opposite, right? So a bit of bad news comes out about Ripple, for example. The experienced investor will look and see what is the news, right? Like, what exactly has happened? Is this something that's really going to spell the end for this company? If not, okay, you know, bit of a bump in the road, but no biggie. That's fine. Nothing to get too concerned about. I'll continue to hold because I still believe that the company are going to be okay. I don't feel that this is going to affect XRP long term. The average retail speculator will just see the headline and be like, oh my God, let me sell quickly because the price is starting to fall and I want to jump in on that, right? And that's where you get like the cascading effect as well, where you've got like liquidations and things like that. So to me, when people see this news, people will just buy anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what people are underestimating here. Like, even though, yes, we can say, oh yeah, we've had the good news already. Yeah, but if people just see more good news, it's just going to make people want to buy in. So I do just think, just from the optics of this, even if it doesn't really make too much sense to think, okay, you know, this is really greatly positive, which I still think it is. I'm not trying to say that it's not, but some people may not understand like the full thing of what this actually means, and just, you know, just FOMO buy kind of thing. And so to me, I do think this could have a positive impact. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to say one way or the other what's going to happen. If I was to guess, I would say that, yeah, I reckon we probably will get a bit of price action out of it, but I really don't know for sure. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, yeah, it's going to be big, because I do not know. I really don't. So I don't want to be misleading anyone. If you should just ask me for my educated guess, then I would expect it to go up. Now, how much it's going to go up by, I don't know. I have no idea. We've seen a recent pump with XRP, so obviously people have been getting a little bit excited. So who knows? That next bit of good news could be the thing that really just jumps XRP to start breaking like the $1 barrier, for example. Very possible. You know, I just don't know, because I'm not a chart analyst, and if I'm going to be giving anything, I would just be giving speculation. So I don't want to give it out like I've got any kind of insider information, or there's anything that I could say special about me to give a really great answer to that. But I would think, just logically, just knowing how markets work and knowing how retail investors are, the general retail investors, I can imagine if the news is positive, I could just imagine people buying in, FOMO buying in, and just, you know, causing a rally. I could see that. My only thing is I couldn't really say how big the rally would be, because, for example, when the original lawsuit occurred, I did think that the rally would be a bit stronger than what it was. You know, I thought it would be a bit higher price and sustained for longer, right? Because in the end, we got to a point where obviously all the gains from that lawsuit were wiped out eventually. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. Like, it is speculation, but time will tell. So in regards to saying that, you know, like, for the love of God, buy and hold XRP, I mean, look, I think XRP is a good investment. So in the general sense, I agree. I agree that, you know, I think it's a good idea to do this, but I feel like the way this has been spoken is like, you know, something that's going to happen, which nobody does, right? So it's like, to say in that kind of way, it makes it sound like there's going to be this absolutely incredible thing that's going to happen, which we really just don't know for sure. So I couldn't say it with that kind of enthusiasm, because I do not know what's around the corner. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. Could it be that XRP has the news from the lawsuit and it doesn't really pump, and then we're still waiting for a bit longer for this price to go off? Yeah, possibly. Do you know what I mean? But I do think long term XRP is going to go up in value, and I do believe it's going to go into a new all-time high. So that's why, for me, I do think XRP is a good prospect to look into, because I do think a new all-time high is on the cards for XRP. So for me, that's why I'm willing to wait. But I can't say when it could be. You know, it could be this year, it could be next year, it could be another 3-4 years. I'm willing to wait that long if I have to. I don't want to wait that long, but if I have to, then I will. But I don't know what you guys are like, because you guys are in different positions. I don't know how much XRP you've got going on. I don't know like what life circumstances you're in. So, you know, it's hard for me to really give any kind of information to you about what you should or shouldn't do because I really don't know your personal circumstances. But yeah, like I do think XRP has a very good prospect in terms of it going up in value. I feel very comfortable in believing that. But again, I'm never going to say I'm comfortable enough to tell you what to do. Like that's your choice. I give you the information. You guys make of that what you will. And that's your choice. But for me, I do think XRP is a good prospect to get money out of in the long term. But what do you guys think? Pundit says to buy and hold XRP for the love of God. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.